community is very, very important on the spiritual path. And this is something that I only just recently understood, realized, and really comprehended, that to venture forth into the unknown, which is meditation, you're venturing forth into unknown territory, into unknown modes of perception, of consciousness. To venture forward, you need to have a support system of love and compassion to come back to, or else you're going to be too afraid to venture forward into the unknown. And this is something that took a while to settle in for me, because most of my life I've been fortunate to be very comfortable in my own company, in my own isolation. I never really had any problems sitting alone by myself. And I always attributed this to my character. And you might be the same. You might think of yourself as someone who's secure in themselves, who feels confident just existing by themselves. However, recently I realized the only reason I was able to be so confident in my own experience was because that I had this strong foundation of a loving friend and a loving family. And I know this isn't the case for everyone, especially when it comes to family. But friends is usually a safer bet, where we have at least one friend that we can confide in that actually gives us some sort of strength and confidence. And I realized that for me to be that confident, I needed to have these friends, these family members, and just this foundation of love. And this is such an important insight, because it starts to address this idea of codependent origination, which just simply means for one thing to exist, another has to support it. And the entirety of existence is kind of like this web of codependent things, where you need like light without darkness. You need love to venture off into the unknown. You need the support structure to go down the spiritual path. These are things that are complementary opposites in a sense, and they both need to exist for the whole of reality to be formed. And so when it comes to community, you are dependent on your community, whether you like it or not. It's just part of being a human being or being conscious, is that everything is dependent on you. Like for you to be an individual, you need to exist in a community, and everyone just supports each other in ways that we don't even consciously comprehend, or we can't even comprehend. Like the web is so intricate, so delicate, so fine-tuned, that it's hard for our like human brains to comprehend how, like, we don't like walk around with a sense that, oh, the sun exists for us to exist and we exist for the sun to exist. And it's a bit too much. But starting to kind of unravel this insight and to gain some gratitude towards community. And if you don't have community or friends, and you're in this mindset that, oh, I can do this alone, I want to do this alone, or I'm just that type of person that does it alone, I would ask you to reconsider and reflect on your individuality. Are you really an individual? Or are you dependent on those around you? Like, not in a negative way, but in a way where you are both existing together to create reality. And if you really do think you can do it alone, I would also urge you to consider trying to go out there and make friends, to be in communities, to, I don't know, reach out, do some activities with other people, and notice how much deeper you can go in your spiritual practice, how much deeper you can jump into the unknown when you are surrounded by people you love and people that actually care about you. And a metaphor, or not a metaphor, but just this concept that really helped cement it for me was thinking of like hunter-gatherers in the olden times. They had to hunt for berries, for nuts, for fruits, whatever it may be. And there would usually be groups of people that would venture forward, and there's a central camp, and there were groups of people that would venture forward into the forest or wherever it may be to hunt for these things. And the distance that they're willing to travel, the comfort that they feel venturing forward into that forest, into that unknown territory, is completely dependent on how supported they feel. Like they have somewhere to come back to. If they get like a cut, there might be someone who can help them with that cut and who can treat their wounds. Like they're more willing to take risks to go forward. And when they come back, they know that they can be taken care of. And this is just kind of a concrete like concept or metaphor, whatever it may be. I don't really know the word for it, but that really just put it into perspective for me. Just, oh yeah, I need to venture forward into the unknown. I need to learn things about myself. I need to face my fears. I need to go forward, and I need to come back somewhere. And that place that I come back to, the place that I seek refuge in, is a loving friends, family, community, a support system. Like we all exist within this network, whether we like it or not. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. If you enjoyed this video, if this insight was interesting, or it kind of opened your mind in a way that you hadn't previously thought about, then please feel free to like and subscribe, and take care.